Hey, what is up guys? I'm Liam, and in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to transfer your home button, your backplate, your speaker, and your front-facing camera from an old iPhone 6 screen to a new one. Yeah. Okay, so when shopping around on eBay or Amazon, you might find some good replacement screens for really, really cheap. But most of the time when they're actually really, really cheap, they do not contain the home button and the backplate and the speaker and front-facing camera already assembled. So what you're going to have to do is transfer them from your old screen to your new one when replacing it. So that is what I'm going to show you how to do. Now, what you are going to need is a small magnetic Phillips head screwdriver and obviously your old and new screen. Now, I have to say this, I am not responsible for any broken or damaged screens or devices, so don't come running to me saying that you have a broken screen because of me, because you're doing this at your own risk. So yeah, anyways, what you're going to want to do is first take out your home button, and I would recommend putting the screws in the exact order that you found them, such as like this screw is above that one, so I'd put that one right there. I would put this screw right here, and then that screw down here. So then there's the top one right here, and then there's the bottom one right there. That just makes it kind of easier, but what you're going to want to do is just take out that first screw and place it down over there, or wherever you're putting them. I'd also do this on a flat surface and not a carpet, because carpets are the worst when dealing with these little tiny screws, and I've lost many of them on my carpet. So yeah, anyways, you'll want to take off this little shield here and then put that to the side. I actually recommend putting this right where your two screws are that go to that, and yeah, just, you know, it helps you. Anyways, you might want to have either like a plastic pry tool, but since I don't have one with me, I'm just going to use my screwdriver. But if you don't see this, there is a little ribbon cable or ribbon connector right here, and you'll just want to pop that off. It may be kind of hard too, being that you're dealing with the tiny little ribbon connector, but when you're done with that, you'll just want to push out the home button from the other side, and voila, there you go. That is out. So you'll want to put that to the side, and then you'll also want to take apart the speaker. So the same thing goes for before putting your speaker or your screws in the correct position. So I'm going to put that one right here. I'm going to take out this one, and if I can grab it with my screwdriver, that would be lovely. There we go. I'm going to put that one right here. And then I'm going to take out this last screw, which is right here. And be sure not to lose any of these screws, because they're all important for various different reasons. I don't know why, but they are. And as you can see, that little shield pops off. So you'll want to take out that one other screw. I'm going to move mine over here, just because. But yeah, and then I would recommend putting like your shield right here, just so you know what the screws go to. And then, when you're done with that, there are, I don't even know how many screws on the sides, but you want to take them out in the order that you got them in, and, or whatever, I don't know. I can't speak today, but you want to put them in the same order you got them out. So that one's on the top, so, which means that one should go on the top. And then you'll want to take out the next one and put it down under the other one. Take out that one, put it down under the other one. In that type of order. It's not too hard, but this is why I would recommend having a magnetic screwdriver, because it is a lot easier to deal with these tiny little screws when you have one of those. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to, well, I just missed, I'm looking at my phone, by the way, so that's why it's very slow. Or that's why I'm being very slow. But yeah, I'm just putting them in the order that I got them. It's not too hard to do, as long as you as long as you have patience, then you should be good. But if you don't, then I recommend getting someone else to do it. And I would definitely recommend that you get a professional to do this and not yourself. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, the speaker and the home button, or not the home button, but the camera comes out just like that. It's very easy, as long as you have, you know, no glass there. But yeah, if you have glass there, then this part right here, that little part right here, that'll be sticking to the glass. So you'll have to pry that off, but it's pretty easy to do. I wouldn't say it's very challenging, but I'm just going to put that to the side right now and focus on getting out these other 2 screws, or 1, 2. Well, okay, there we go. And then put that one right there. I know you can't see where I'm putting these screws, but sorry, but I just put them in the same way they go in, so this is very hard to do, by the way. Alright, so grabbing that one, that is the last screw you need to take out. So, ta-da. Anyways, once you're done with that, you're going to want to take out this back plate. And the way to do that is by pushing it up like right there. But be sure to not damage any of these ribbon cables if you're wanting to save them. But as you can see, it should come out pretty... Oh, wait, I'm dumb. Be sure to get this screw right here. I am very sorry. I was like, why aren't you coming out? And it's because of this screw. It's hard to keep track of all these screws, so once again, I would either have a diagram that shows you where to put them, or, you know, whatever. Or put them in the order that they came from. So anyways, taking this out, it's not too hard to take out, as long as you have patience. But it should come out pretty easy. Anyways, sorry for that little interruption, but you'll want to pull out the screen like that, and as you can see, since that is sticking down, I would be careful not to rip it. But then after you're done with that, up here, you'll just want to slide that out from under this, and then there you go. Now you have your back plate out. And that is pretty much all you have to disassemble. So after that, you can just either throw away your old screen or save it if you want it for another, or for backup if it still works, you know. But since mine does not work, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know why my camera is not focusing. But yeah, anyways, next up you'll want to take your new screen and you'll want to put your back plate on. So the way to do this is fairly simple. You just want to take your back plate and you'll want to slide it under this little thingy right here. I don't know what it's for, but it has something to do with something. But yeah, you'll want to make sure that this ribbon cable is above the ribbon cable that comes off of this. And then after that, don't put it in too far, but you'll want to align up, or you'll want to align these screw holes just like that. And then since it, as you can see right here, since it goes on the LCD right there, it curves onto that, you'll want to make sure that lines up as well as with this side, and I'm pretty sure on the bottom and top. But after that, you'll want to take your first screw and put it back in. And the way to do this is simple, just align it with your screwdriver. It's very hard to do this while I'm looking at my phone screen. But, there. Alright. And after that, just align it with the back plate and screw it in. And you'll want to do this for all of the other screws. So I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to do that real quick since it's easier to not look at my phone, which is sitting right in front of me recording. And since it's easier to do this without looking, I'll just do it off camera. Okay, so as you can see, I have finished putting on the rest of the screws that hold down the back plate. And yeah, the next thing you'll want to do is take your camera / proximity sensor assembly and put that on. And the way to do that is to first have this ribbon cable on the top of all the other ones, because if it accidentally slips into here while you're putting it on, you don't want to move it back, because you have a very big chance of ripping the ribbon cable, because these are very, very fragile. But the way to do this is, well, if I point with my Phillips head screwdriver, right here there is a stub, and on the little earpiece part down here, there is a hole. And what you're going to want to do is first have that ribbon cable up top, as I said before, and then, let me put that back up, and then you'll just want to align it with that hole. You'll want to align the hole with the stub. It's not too hard to do, but it will take some patience, so just keep that in mind when replacing one of these yourself. But once you're done with that, and when it is aligned, it should stick back down just like that, and then you're ready for the next step. So what you're going to want to do is take your camera module and flip it up like that, just for easier movement, but do not make a crease in that ribbon cable, or else your ribbon cable is toast. But after that, you'll just want to stick down your proximity sensor and your whatever else sensor. But if they don't stick down, then I would just move on with the next step, which is taking your speaker and putting that on. So the speaker goes in between the proximity sensor and this little pin thing, which is also on the camera module. And it goes on like this. So as you can see, oh my god, my finger's shaking, why? Anyways, as you can see, you have your two screw holes right there, and those go on the top, so you'll want to align, oops, I dropped it, you'll want to align that little stub right there, which is the actual speaker hole on the speaker itself, and you'll want to align that with that hole right there, and that's pretty easy. It shouldn't take a lot of time, but it is kind of tricky to get it to go in. So give me patience. Alright, and there you go. Now it is aligned. And after that, you'll want to take your camera module and just push it back down. It will not snap into place down here. That's just a forewarning. But yeah, after that, you'll want to take your shield and put it on how you got it off. Just like that. And make sure it is aligned with the speaker and everything else, just like that. And after that, you're just going to want to hold it down for right now, but then you'll want to take your first screw and screw that in. This is going to be pretty tricky, but once you get it in the hole, it shouldn't be too hard. And then you can let it go, because after that, you're good. You also, by the way, want to make sure that those little pins are aligned to that, whatever the other pins on the on the ribbon cable of the camera. But yeah, anyways, you'll want to take your next screw and put it down in here, and keep in mind that the longest screw goes into here. I know it might not seem true, but it is, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, anyways, just put that in there and screw it back down. And then it's pretty easy from there. You just take your next screw, place it on the screwdriver, and that's your last screw for the speaker, camera, and proximity sensor. And after that, you are done with that. And now it is very easy from here. So what you're going to want to do is take your home button, which I have right here, and just put it down how you got it out, just like that. You just want to place it down right there. And there is a hole on the ribbon cable, as you can see right here, and you want to align that with the stub, which is under it. And you don't want to push it down too hard, or else you could rip something. And it should stick back down if it has adhesive under it, but if not, then just leave it be. And you'll want to connect that little ribbon cable connector, or the little ribbon cable connector, and there you go. Mine is now connected. And after that, you want to take your back plate, and this is the final step. You just want to put it back on, then take your first screw, screw it back on, if I can get it out. Alright, there we go. And just screw it back into where it came from. Can you not move around? These screws don't like to go back in, I will tell you that much. Wow. Alright. Oh, come on. This is very, very difficult. I will tell you that much. It is very difficult to handle these tiny little screws because they go everywhere all the time. Okay, that's even better. Alright. So just screw in your first screw, and then take your last screw and put it in. And there you go. You are done assembling the screen. Make sure the home button clicks, and make sure that camera is aligned, which mine is, pretty much, at least. And yeah, I might want to move mine just a tad bit over. And there you go. Alright, so now you are done assembling the screen. So after that, I want you to test it. And before screwing down the other screws that, go to the back plate and whatnot, or the plate that covers these connectors, I want you to just plug in the screen and all the connectors and turn on the phone and just see if it works. Make sure the touch works on all places by dragging an icon around the whole entire screen. And then after that, just make sure your camera works and whatnot. And if all of that seems to be going well, then you have succeeded. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And if you did, make sure to drop a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe down below. Because why not? And yeah, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs by this weekend. By the end of this weekend, I really, really, really want to hit 1,000 subs. That would be really cool. So yeah, make sure you subscribe if you're new. And I will hopefully see you in the next video. Peace out.
Let it go.